All right, so I'm gonna go over my process real quick. So the first thing I do, this is after I've looked at the SPY and seen what I think the sentiment of the overall market is and all that bullshit. Then I go over here to my watch list and I start at the bottom, multi-day breakout. So I just start clicking, I look, I'm like, all right, that's still in a setup for a multi-day breakout. You come up here, you see, oh, it's already broke out, so that is what it is. Here's PHAT. It was a multi-day breakout, so it's already played out here. I can take this off, but I like to just keep them on there so I can kind of see what they do and how far they go after they break out. QBTS, there's another one that was on there. So ZKIN, here's one. Looks like it just got news, tried to spike, did break out. It's probably gonna fail, it's China. CXAI, this is still set up for a multi-day breakout. Lucy, let's see. Lucy broke out yesterday and came down. I mean, it could have some continuation, so we're good there. SEPN is still set up in a multi-day breakout. AYTU, still set up for a possible multi-day breakout. CTMX, same thing. And Pony, still set up for a possible multi-day breakout. So all those are good. They're still set up. If some of them have failed or doesn't look like it's going to be a multi-day breakout, then I take them off the watch list. So everything's good there still. There's some I could take off, but I like to see how far they go. So now we go up to a first green day bounce. You can see this NXTT, possible first green day bounce. Looks like it's trying to bounce today. This isn't the ideal setup, but it very well could bounce. And you see up here, it's kind of starting to bounce. So I'll keep it on watch. SPCE, first green day bounce setup. Still set up, still possible bounce. Keep it on there. BBAI, still first green day bounce possible. None of these are ideal in my opinion, but NVVE, possible first green day bounce still. It's probably the best looking one in my opinion, but if I'm following my first green day setup, it's not ideal. But so keeping all those on watch. SYTA. So you see we've got 1, 2, 3. Now I've moved up to my panic dip buy. So we're way up here. All I'm doing is waiting for a panic. You kind of got a panic here, but I would like to see this break 6 and really come down, maybe fill this gap, which is 420, around the $4 area, panic to there, maybe start looking for a buy. But eventually this will move down to my first green day bounce setup. So let's see what, so like this one, NWTN, you can see run up, run up, run up, run up. You can see right here was a multi-day breakout. Well, now we've got multiple green days. Yesterday was the first red day, so this is no longer a panic dip buy setup. We move this to the first green day bounce setup. This comes off there. So now we're looking for a first green day bounce on NWTN. Moving up to liquidity traps. TSS. Now for these, I still look at the daily to make sure they're kind of holding up. You can see this green candle we held up. That's why it's still on there. Yesterday it dumped though, so more than likely this is not a liquidity trap anymore. So this comes off my watch list. Caps, yes, still liquidity trap possible. So stays on there. AYTU. This is kind of a liquidity trap. When I'm looking at liquidity traps, this first day, as long as it doesn't break below that, I'm good. So you can see it's kind of holding up. If you go up here, you can see the pullback and then it starts consolidating. So that's kind of what we're looking for liquidity traps. So I'll keep that on there. I mean, I also have this on the multi-day breakout setup, but we'll keep them on both. See what happens. CLIK, this was a liquidity trap from yesterday. I mean, I guess you could still consider it a liquidity trap, but now what I'm looking for is for this to keep moving and then break this high, which would be a multi-day breakout. So I'm going to move this CLIK to multi-day breakout. This one never gave me a first green day bounce setup because it was more of a liquidity trap. My first green day bounce setups, you got to have 1, 2 green days in a row or more, you know what I mean, to qualify. So, and then this is where we start looking for liquidity traps. These are the stocks that ran yesterday. So BLMZ, you can see spiked, still kind of holding. And you go down here on the daily, more volume than anywhere else for the last 52 weeks. Come over here, look at the volume. It's all up at the top right here. So pull back, no volume, starting to consolidate. So BLMZ goes to liquidity trap and comes off the gap and crap. Edible, what a mover. So first green day yesterday, we're gapping up again today. So if you come down here, you look, all the volume here, pulled back, consolidated. You got the liquidity trap at the end of the day and it started running. So instead of Edible going to liquidity trap, which is kind of already played out, it comes down to the panic dip buy. So Edible is now gapping up. So on the daily chart, we're up here in the damn $6 area right here. So this thing, we're just looking for a panic dip buy. If that doesn't happen, then we come down to first green day bounce. NRXS. Could be a liquidity trap. Not ideal, but I still move it down there just to keep it on watch. And then EYEN, same thing. Very well could be a liquidity trap. I'll move that down there. Boom. And then for the 15-minute bounce play or the gap and crap, we go to the morning scanner. Come over here. What is this? This looks like they got going private. They got some kind of news. I don't know. That doesn't look too good. I'll put it on there just in case, but kind of looks like is it halted right now? I don't know. No, it's not. I'm not going with that. That looks like shit on the chart. Next one, GNLN. Here's one moving. Distribution agreement, got some type of news. So boom, spiking, gapping up. That one goes on the watch list. Edible, we've already talked about that. BDSX. This could possibly be a gap and crap, maybe. ASST, this is a multi-bay breakout. I mean, you could consider it a gap and crap too, because it's gapping, but we're probably starting to get a little overextended. I mean, this thing could go, but GCL, any news? Doesn't look like got any news. It's spiking, consolidating. Put it on there. Just because I'm putting these on doesn't mean I'm going to be playing them. They're just go on my watch list. So. And then let's see what else we got. We got KDLY, NXTT. So it looks like some of these crypto plays from the other day starting to bounce. Yep. NXTT is up 15%, ASST 27, GRYP3, KDLY 26. The only one that's not bouncing is NVVE. I have no idea why, but I'm probably going to be buying some of it today. It's got to fucking bounce, especially with all these others moving. Makes no sense. But that's my process. So that took me 10 minutes. Very simple, easy. Like I said, all this shit goes in order. Gap and crap, liquidity trap, panic dip buy, first green day bounce, multi-day breakout. Process, baby.